बाकी सर प्रेजेंटेशन देना चाहते हैं इंडोनेशिया से है।
Okay, thank you.
आप
Okay, sir. Okay.
सीरियल नंबर है उनका फेरिल हाँ
Okay, thank you, sir, for the chance.
Most welcome, sir.
Okay, I would like to present my paper on cognitive development aspects on language teaching in the context of freedom of learning curriculum 2024. With me, Feril Iramuzaki. Thank you, Mr. Prajesh Kumar, for the chance, and thank you for all member of ISSMWA for the chance. Okay, now here's the topic. This is the contents, the introduction, Piaget's theory of development, core competencies on Indonesian language learning, core competencies on English as a second language learning, core competencies on regional languages, 6 language skills in freedom of learning curriculum, English language teaching in elementary schools as a mandatory subject, and conclusion. The introduction, language skills are a fundamental learning to learning and development. In the context of curriculum, we call it as curriculum Merdeka Belajar. Language skills are even more critical as they underpin the curriculum emphasis on student-centered learning and holistic development. Within the paradigm shift, the integration of reading, listening, speaking, writing, comprehending, and presenting text-centered stage, mirroring Piaget's theory of cognitive development and its application in educational context. So basically, there are some stages in Piaget's theory of cognitive development: sensory motor stage, 2 years old, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage, and formal operational stage. So now the second one, we are talking about core competencies on Indonesian language learning. So we have 6 competencies: listening, reading, and viewing, speaking and presenting, and writing strategies at the beginner level. Strategies for using language politely to respect others. Simple fictional and non-fictional texts that are neutral, gender-friendly, and or different-friendly. Indonesian language rules from the simple text, Indonesian vocabulary, literary structure, language in various types, and structure and cohesion of simple text in oral, written, visual, and or multimodal form that are presented. The key analysis, Indonesian language, known as Bahasa Indonesia, is not merely as medium communication, but a gateway to understanding the rich cultural tapestry of Indonesia. So it plays a cultural analysis a pivotal role, guiding individuals in polite communication, fostering harmony. So the language acquisition strategies, multi-phase approach, listening, reading, and viewing comprehension, work understanding, and spoken written Indonesia, active engagement, writing exercise, and systematic facilitate gradual language proficiency development. We have to think that polite communication and conflict avoidance, the neutral and diversity and friendly text, fundamental language rules and vocabulary, literary structure and simple text, and language diversity simple text. So the second one is about core competencies on English as a second language learning, ESL, simple interactive, simple multimodal text, simple vocabulary, cultural diversity, moving and or non-moving image, vocabulary related to the visual literacy, and strategies to understand content in simple text. The key analysis is literacy, language and literacy play pivotal roles in shaping individual understanding of themselves. Simple text serve as a foundational tools in this process, and understanding how this text align with cognitive development theories. This is the text interactive and instructional transactional text, multimodal text, simple vocabulary and expression, cultural diversity, strategies for understanding content. And also core competencies for regional languages or local languages, listening, reading, viewing, speaking, and presenting, and or writing that can be developed according to the context of each region, and the scope of regional language material is adjusted to developmental level of the students. The scaffolding skills, listening activities, identifying key terms or patterns, speaking, presenting activity encourage students to articulate their thought coherently. So this is the one. Language skills in freedom of learning curriculum consists of 6 skills: reading, listening, speaking, writing, viewing, and presenting. Reading is to explore cognitive landscapes, while listening is absorbing perspective, speaking is for constructing the meaning, and writing is articulating the insights. And viewing is about to understanding the visual information like on YouTube and other topics. And presenting is how we share the information with others in clear and engaging way. So the last one is English as a language teaching in elementary school as a mandatory subject. The English subject in elementary school, Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, or we call it as religious school in Islam or other equivalent form, become elective subject, can be held by the genius of the education unit until 2026 to 2027 academic year, and become compulsory year subject of 2007 to 2028 academic year. So the minister is responsible to support the transition process, and the regional government is responsive to support the transition process by providing English teachers in elementary schools, madrasah ibtidaiyah, or equivalent forms. In conclusion, Merdeka Belajar or freedom of learning curriculum is empowering through choices, personalized learning pathways, holistic development, cultural and contextual relevance, lifelong learning skills, and promoting of critical thinking. Okay, I think that's all from me, and thank you so much for the chance to speak here. Thank you.
Farrell, you have done very well.
Okay.
You have explained Piaget theory, core component of language. It's a very nicely presentation. But there is my question. If you don't mind,
Okay,
would
sir.
you like to say
In English, sir.
what is the role of parenting in language learning?
Excuse me.
Any role? Parenting role? Any?
Okay. There are some rules that we have to follow. As my experience as a language teacher, the first all we have to clear clear instruction and give the example on how we express in polite and correct way. Polite and correct. The second one, we have to care on how we choose the appropriate words or diction and the circumstances for it. The third one, we have to teach our students to care about the situation. I mean, this is academic context, this is work in a workplace, this is in family, this is this. I think.
Okay. Okay, Farrell, nicely presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone?
Okay, Mr. Rajesh and Mrs. Sultana.
Sultana ma'am.
Yes sir, thank you so much sir. अगर ये इसमें से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. Now we are going to proceed conference event with next speaker.